Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Project Silence, a South Korean, I guess you'd call it a thriller or a monster movie. Takes place on a bridge where there's a massive accident and some sort of secret project is unleashed on the bridge, some kind of crazy beast or animal, and it's really foggy on the bridge and everybody's trapped on the bridge, and then it's all about escaping the bridge and the monster. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14. Speaking of monsters, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. And book 15 dropping in a few weeks. So in theaters this July. I'm not so sure it'll get to our theaters. It is South Korean, but the South Koreans know what they're doing. It looks exciting. It reminds me a little bit of, it wasn't Cliffhanger, but there was a movie that takes place. They were trapped inside the Lincoln Tunnel with Sylvester Stallone. What was that movie? It's kind of like that. They're trapped on the bridge, and it's foggy, and it's some kind of monster. I think it's some sort of guard dogs that they've really jazzed up somehow. It seems like more than one. Maybe they're robot dogs or cyborg dogs. I don't know. They kill their handlers and then they run amok on the bridge in the fog and they just start killing people. Then the question is, why can't they get off the bridge? Well, number one, it's super foggy, so there's all kinds of crazy accidents, so there's a lot of confusion, I'm guessing, and the fog helps the filmmakers because, see, you could just pretend there's water on either side. But something probably blocks one way, like part of the bridge collapses, and then they have to go the other way. Something like that, or maybe they have to make a leap in one of the vehicles. So, first act, it's a foggy night on the bridge in South Carolina, I was going to say, Korea. And there's a terrible accident while there was this secret project being moved across the bridge. Okay? And then it's just a massive pileup because of the fog and somebody driving like an idiot, of course. And everybody crashes. And the next thing you know, they're like, oh my God, are you okay? You okay? But then this creature gets out and starts killing people, or multiple. And then the government wants to cover it up. So maybe they're just going to blow up the bridge and kill everybody on it. I'm not sure. So it's about whether or not they're going to stay alive and fight and get the hell out. But it looks pretty nasty if you fall off this bridge. It's one of these really high bridges in Asia somewhere, I'm guessing. But the Project Silence is the government project. So interesting that the South Koreans are doing movies in which their government does these secret projects and people kind of don't trust them. You know? I like to see that. And then, it's a kind of an organic setup. The fog on the bridge, this happens. And it's got to be one of these giant suspension bridges. And then there's a massive accident. So the first act is everybody's, rushing to go wherever. And they're all on the bridge at the same time. And then the accident happens. Cars go everywhere. We establish some of the characters. And then the big accident in the fog. Then everybody's recovering and trying to figure out what went wrong or how they're going to get off the bridge. And then there's this thing that's killing people. People are like, oh my God. And then, it kills a bunch of people, and then some people escape and, get into their cars or whatever. And then they regroup. And they're like, oh, we got to survive. How are we going to do that? Well, grab a club and we're going to kill this thing. Or that doesn't work. Or they try a couple of things. And then, they hide in their cars for a while. And then there's a scene with a helicopter comes. And then it crashes on the bridge, and then at some point it'll also cut some of the suspension wires, so that's a pretty intense scene. And then part of the bridge just collapses, so that's going to be a factor. So there's explosions. So there's going to be a lot of stunts and a lot of running, and people are getting killed one by one. And then finally, the third act will be they defeat the beast. Maybe somebody sacrifices himself, and the family is saved. I think it centers on a family. Maybe this guy helps too. He's driving a bus, trying to get everybody out. Maybe the father stays behind to fight. See, here he is, I think, leading the group. I think he's the dad. Not really sure. Kind of hard to see. It's a very dark movie, I'll say that. But I trust the South Koreans. They've been, with a movie like this, it'll be good. It'll be kick-ass. Yeah, don't you worry. It's going to be interesting. If you haven't seen Train to Busan or any of the crazy movies these guys have been cranking out, this is going to be good. I think it. I mean, the stunts look good. The music's exciting. Here's the helicopter cutting all the suspension lines. Look at that. Oh man, cool. So yeah, I'd say this. I don't think it's going to come to theaters here, but it might. It is subtitled, and it is a fast moving movie. So that's kind of going to take me out of it a little bit, but I think this is a good streaming movie for Americans because you can put on the subtitles, you can watch it, you miss something, you can wind it back, So I think this is going to hit probably Netflix. They're usually good at picking up the hot foreign movies, especially from South Korea. Maybe it hits Amazon too, or yeah, I would totally see this. Yeah, Project Silence. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on, I can't say the names of the other 3 video platforms, but you know where they are. And we're on all 3 of them. The green one, the orange one, I guess the other one's it's black. It's a black motif. So make sure you're signed up there. I can't say it anymore because YouTube is not nice to YouTube creators anymore. But I seem to be slowly pushing my view count up because I'm not saying the names of those platforms, I guess. So join me over there. If you don't know the names, the links are in the description, which should be a dead giveaway for YouTube. But so far this is working. So I'm gonna continue not saying the names. So I'll be at the various places. The links in the description for that too. Tomorrow got 2 events and more videos. We'll see you.